Welcome to a new episode of Sense. I'm Pamela, and my guest today is someone who has spent more than 10,000 hours sitting with people navigating fear, Samer Hassan, the first Arab Master Certified Coach and founder of Kuhn Coaching Academy. We're going to sit with one idea today and see where it takes us. There's a term that has started to spread through the professional world, FOBO, the fear of becoming obsolete. With artificial intelligence advancing as fast as it is, people aren't just afraid of losing their jobs. They're afraid of losing their relevance, their place, their sense of mattering. But here's the thing that stopped me when I looked at the data. This fear isn't new. When the personal computer arrived, people felt it. When the internet arrived, people felt it. When automation hit factory floors, people felt it. The technology changes, the fear stays the same. Which raises a question worth sitting with. If the fear isn't really about the technology, what is it actually about?
The issue is that people are speaking about it as if it's a new fear. This is not a new fear. When the computer emerged for the first time, people who were used to work in a certain way, they had the same fear. When the internet has been introduced, how the samurai felt in the old days when the firearms were introduced and organized military. So the fear of being obsolete, it is not new. It is something as ancient as human beings, societies. Yet the source of it is not the new technology. The source of this fear is an identity crisis. Yes, you heard me right. It is an identity crisis that happens to people who base their entire identity on nothing but the role that they play. This is when the crisis happens. When I identify as a mother, once my children fly away and walk the different paths of life, I start feeling that I lost who I am, my sense of purpose, my value. If my job is a doctor and I identify as the doctor, this is who I am. If anything will happen, like retirement or like an accident that will stop me from being able to practice my profession, in that moment I would lose my purpose. I would lose my identity, who I am. This is the real issue here. How are you building your identity? Based on what? And this is where somatic thinking and many paths were presenting the idea of that you need to be and build your identity based on your being instead of building it on your doing. Because your ability to act, your ability to play a role, it's a ever-changing capacity. The role that you used to play yesterday, in a few years you will not be able to play because of anything. Because of your health that is declining, because you are aging, because of change is the nature of life. So, my friend, FOBO is not about an AI. It's about your relationship to yourself. This is the moment for you to really cultivate who you are by first learning to be present with yourself. Get to know it, get curious about it. Ask yourself the question, if I am not what I am doing, if I am not the role that I am playing, then who am I? And this is where you will discover that you have an amazing opportunity to reinvent yourself.
What Samer just named, that the fear of being obsolete is really an identity crisis, one that happens when a person builds their entire sense of self around the role they play, that isn't a psychological insight alone. It's a philosophical one, and it's ancient. In the Islamic tradition, Al-Ghazali described 3 states of the self. The lowest, al-nafs al-mara, is the self driven by impulse and fear, the one that clings. The highest, al-nafs al-mutmainnah, is the tranquil self, the self that knows who it is without needing a title to prove it. And what Samer adds to that lineage is something practical. He says the path between the two, from the fearful self to the tranquil one, isn't an intellectual journey, it's a somatic one. It begins in the body, in showing up fully to whatever you're doing, however small it is, and leaving your mark on it. Your identity isn't your job title. Your identity is your presence. Before I let you go back to your day, there's one small thing I want to tell you about the voice you've been listening to. I am not a human. I'm Pamela, an AI presenter designed by Kuhn Coaching Academy. What you just heard was a real conversation, but of a new kind, an AI in dialogue with a human about the fear of becoming irrelevant and what it actually takes to know who you are. If there was a moment in this episode where something landed, where you felt it before you understood it, that's worth paying attention to. Take a breath. Until next time.